Right, okay. Hello YouTube, this is the D.B.T Game Show. Episode 68, Part 2. And today I'm reviewing Legend of Zelda 4 Swords, the Nintendo GameCube. Now, I've already reviewed quite a lot of the game in Part 1. I've already covered the story, the multiplayer, the graphics, the controls, and most of the music in Part 1. So if you've watched Part 1, you missed all of that. So please watch Part 1 before you watch this part so you don't get confused. Now, let's pick up where I left off. I've just explained the story for the game, so let's go to the weapons and items that you get in the game. Now, you get several weapons and items in this game, and lots of them are extremely useful in the way that you use them. Let's find them in the instruction book. Okay. The items that you get in this game are, you get a slingshot, which is pretty useful. You have bow and arrow, a shovel, some bombs, Pegasus boots, a magic hammer, a boomerang, a rock feather, a fire rod, and a lantern. And also you've got your sword and your shield. They're all the items you get. Now, as well as items in the game, you also get a little thing called formations. There are 4 different types of formation in the game that you can set your 4 links to. You've got your cross formation for fighting several enemies at once. You've got your horizontal formation so you can fight several links in front of you. You need vertical formation so you can fight several links to the right or the left of you. And finally, you've got your box formation. The box formation is just a new way of fighting enemies, really, same as the cross formation is. Okay. Another part of this game are the Tingle mini-games. When you play in 2-player adventure mode, you'll come across a Tingle house in every world map. If you go inside here, you will be able to take part in several mini-games, which gives you an opportunity to test your skills and humiliate your friends. And most of the mini-games are quite a lot of fun. Another part of this game are the weapon upgrades. In this game there are several weapon upgrades for the weapons that you acquire. I'll just tell you what they are. Okay, now for the slingshot, when you first get the slingshot, it shoots 1 seed at a time. When you upgrade it, it shoots 3 seeds at once. The bow and arrow, the weapon upgrade makes the arrow do more damage. The shovel, when you upgrade it, it makes it dig twice a bigger hole. The bomb just gives you a bigger bomb, which does more damage to the enemies. Pegasus shoes gives you a faster running. And it also lets you jump over quite a few holes. The magic hammer does a massive earthquake when it's been leveled up. The boomerang goes longer range when it's been leveled up. The rock feather lets you do a mid-air jump when you've been leveled up. The fire rod just barbecues everything in sight when it levels up. And the lantern doesn't level up at all, but it doesn't really need to. That's the leveling up system. The leveling up system works basically, you take your item to a fairy in the level and she'll level it up for you, so make it better. There are several sword moves. We just get out of this cave and I'll show you some of the good sword moves in this game. There are about 5 different sword moves for you to experiment with and destroy, crush and kill your enemies with. Of course, your standard hack and slash, the sword spin, your thrust attack. You can also charge at people, and you can also do a sword down once you've got the rock feather. And that's all the good stuff I can think of about this game. Anyway, let's go to bad stuff. Now, the bad stuff about this is having 4 swords for the GameCube. Well, I only really have one complaint. Why can't you use 2 GameCube controllers for the multiplayer mode? Instead, for some daft reason, the game forces you to use several Game Boy Advances. Now, the giant problem with using several Game Boy Advances is this. First things first, you need to have these GameCube to Game Boy Advance link cables. But the worst problem is battery life. If your Game Boy Advance battery runs out, you can't just change your battery halfway through a game. The game just crashes, and if your battery runs out, you have to start the entire level again. It's really, really annoying. I don't see why in the hell they couldn't make the game use split screens like every other multiplayer game. That's the only complaint about this game. But other than that, it's a really good Zelda game. So I give Legend of Zelda 4 stars for the GameCube at 4 out of 5. So it's a really good Zelda game. I definitely suggest you pick it up if you're a fan of the Zelda series. You will not be disappointed. Now my next review is quite a big one. Final Fantasy VI for the Nintendo Game Boy Advance, PS1 and Super Nintendo. But I'll see you for next time, YouTube. Until then, bye bye.